a video on, well, a follow-up video to the fruit leather that I made. So I made the fruit leather. It was a success, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. It'll probably just sit in a cupboard. But I thought what we'll do is we'll see if we can use it in a cake. So like a fruit sponge type of thing. Can we use the fruit leather chopped up as like a candied peel type of thing? So like a candied peel kind of cake. So, and I've got some eggs that I need to use up, and I've got a bit of butter in the freezer that needed using up. So we can just see if this will act like a fruit peel, which will kind of be interesting. I made it out of interest. I think there's scope to do something else with it further down the line. So, but I'll just be interested to see if we can put it in a cake, because I'm not going to use that for anything else. So it's 6 eggs, 12 ounces of sugar, 12 ounces of butter, 12 ounces of flour, and we're going to do 2 loaf tins. I don't know why I've got those. I don't know why I've got those over here already. I've got a bit of brain fog this morning. So this can live there. This can live here. That can go in there. Hopefully the flour will stop it from falling down to the bottom of the cakes. And I reckon 3 eggs in each one of those is normally about right. I would have liked more of the fruit leather. I think I would have done about 300 grams, but there's only 150 grams, so we'll just kind of have to see how it turns out. Spatula. They just don't make things robust enough, if I'm honest. It's too bendy. You know, it's too bendy. It feels like it's going to break. There again, I don't think that's better. I don't think metal spoons are the quality that they once were. Although I have a theory about that. My theory is that we always talk about things being better made in the old days, in the good old days. There's no such thing as good old days. But my theory is that there were still rubbish things made in the good old days. It's just that they fell to bits and got thrown away, and we were only left with the good stuff that lasted. So therefore we automatically assume that everything was made better in the good old days. It wasn't. It's just that all the crap stuff fell to bits and got thrown away. Same with the buildings, same with the furniture, same with the cars, same with everything. Obviously you have to look after things slightly, but there you go, that's my theory on that. Probably should have been a 4-egg mixture, but doesn't matter. Now I can use a spatula and there's less things in the bowl. Create myself more washing up. So 180 degrees, 25 minutes, something like that, until they're cooked. And we'll see how they turn out. I don't know if the fruit leather will just want to melt into the cake mixture, which I suppose it might do. I mean, because it'll essentially dehydrated it, and then going back in the cake mixture, it might want to suck some moisture out of the cake mixture, which will need a bit more. That one. See the fingers? They are clean, and we're only at home, so we'll see how those turn out. If it don't work, I'm still going to eat the cake. There we go. A bit longer than 25 minutes, more like 45. Turn that off. So those bits haven't, you can see where the fruit leather is, and it hasn't melted and it hasn't dropped to the bottom. So it might be an alternative to candied peel. So we'll let those cool, and then we'll have a cut into them and kind of see if it's kind of uniform in how it's it's gone layered throughout the cake. Not layered, but interdispersed through the cake. And then we'll give it a taste test. It's cake. It's made with butter and sugar. It's not going to be horrible, is it? Let's be honest. Let's have a look. Hopefully it's evenly dispersed all the way through and hasn't melted. Oh, there we go. So it's not evenly dispersed, but it hasn't fallen to the bottom of the cake. It's still kind of up there and up there. So I would have liked to put more in the cake. So per cake I would have liked to put 150 grams in, but it was 150 grams between two cakes. So really I should have put in 300 grams, but let's try it with that. But I'm more impressed that it hasn't melted. So I was concerned that it would kind of melt back into its form, you know. But so we can see that we can actually use fruit leather like a candied peel. And it works. Sorry, my mouth full. It works like a candied peel. So if you were to, I've got some in the cupboard, hang on. So, made my own candied peel, orange peel. Looks like that, and it's gone crystallised, even more so. So, normally you chop it up and you put it in the cake. It's gone really crystallised. It's really nice as that. I was very impressed with myself. So it works in the same way as that. So fruit leathers, if you you've got a huge stock of apples at the end of the autumn, then you could make fruit leathers and then use it as like candied peel in cakes and things. So, and depending on, this is apple, but you could use any kind of fruit that you wanted to make. It's like if you can make a fruit leather out of it, you can turn it into fruit leather and you can use it as a substitute for candied peel in your cakes.